There you go, forensics, you guys.
If they were telling the truth, they would be out here. They would have been out here for days looking for their kids. They've been hiding.
Yeah, they also get...
I don't care. I would jump through all these people to go find
Oh,
my
did
kid.
you guys see on the news when the dad was like, please, if you guys have my son, would you please feed him? First of all, no dad is saying that.
Oh yeah, they could have settled this a long time ago by telling her, you know, you will get immunity.
Yeah, no tears.
If you tell us what he did.
She's obviously scared of him, but I don't know her whole involvement.
This would have been a wrap, and we wouldn't be out here in 110-degree weather.
The mom is like beat to shiz, so he beats her clearly. We don't know if it's hers or the baby's, but they're in the backyard doing something in the backyard. And I don't know, with forensics. But who knows? What is this? Yeah. There you go.
We are following breaking news out of Los Angeles, where police just announced the parents of a missing 7-month-old baby boy are now under arrest. Multiple law enforcement agencies blocking off roads and surrounding a home, looking through areas of the backyard. Now, 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro has been missing since August 14th. Police say his parents recently stopped cooperating with this investigation. Investigators say his mother claims she was attacked as she was changing his diaper in a store parking lot and heard someone yelling from behind her before falling to the ground. She says she lost consciousness. When she woke up, her baby was gone. Now, again, Emmanuel Haro's parents are now under arrest in connection with their missing 7-month-old son. There's no word yet on whether police have located baby Emmanuel.
We do have breaking news in the case of a missing baby, 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. His parents have been arrested for murder. I'm Philip Palmer.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan. Let's get right to Inland Empire Bureau Chief Rob McMillan with all the details. Rob.
Right. Well, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, along with help from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, out here all morning long investigating at the home of that couple. Let's see if we can push in here to where you can see the forensics team back there investigating. You know, it was just about this time last week we were standing there on the front porch talking with the parents as they were making an emotional plea for help, claiming their child had been kidnapped. Now, precisely 1 week later, both of them under arrest on suspicion of murder. 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro now presumed dead. The boy's parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro, now under arrest, accused of murder. Sheriff's deputies sealing off the entire property as investigators search for clues as to what really happened to the baby. This all starting when the boy's parents reporting him kidnapped at a Big 5 parking lot more than a week ago in Yucaipa. The day after their report, the mother making this tearful plea for her boy to be returned.
Just give him back to me again, please. Don't harm my son. Please, I'm begging you. Please, God, please.
But within a day of their interview with Eyewitness News, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department saying the parents had stopped cooperating with their investigation. Then came news of the father's criminal history, convicted of willful cruelty to a child 2 years ago. Today, members of the community coming to the scene this morning, still in shock about everything that's happened.
Heart-wrenching for everybody. I'm a mother and a grandmother, so It's been emotional. I've been following it since it started, and it's taken a toll on me. I've been having a hard time sleeping at night and just trying to keep up with the updates.
And then when you found out this morning that they were arrested, accused
I
of
was
murder.
shaking. I was shaking.
Goosebumps. All up and down my arms, my legs, goosebumps, because I had a feeling.
And now a live look at the scene from Air 7 up above. It's important to point out that the Sheriff's Department says the search for this 7-month-old child continues. Despite rumors floating around in the community, they have not found the child or the child's body yet. But Emmanuel Haro is presumed to be dead at this point. Now, just a few minutes ago, the attorney for Jake Haro showed up and was escorted into the scene by sheriff's investigators trying to find out more about what that's about. But again, the parents of Emmanuel Haro both arrested on suspicion of murder. Live in Cabazon, Rob McMillan, ABC 7 Eyewitness.
Emmanuel Haro's parents were charged with murder with malice. That is so sickening to me. With malice, that means you did something purposely. I don't understand how this man was able to manipulate not just one woman, but two. The video of them getting arrested is out, and I believe that anybody that hurts a child deserves to be in prison for life. How do you do something like that to your own child? And that little boy looks so much like his father. My stomach hurts. I literally want to cry with these charges. Do not know if there has been a body found or anything, but I'm sure it has. For her to have the charge murder with malice. And they really thought they could get away with this. They really thought people would believe that story of Ola. And TikTok knew it. People on this internet knew from the very beginning, as soon as they had the press conference, that they were guilty. I hope they spend the rest of their days in prison. My heart hurts so bad for that baby. Children are innocent. And they do not deserve any harm to them whatsoever. As always, let's talk about this in the comment section.
I am not okay right now. In fact, I am so pissed off. The system failed baby Emmanuel. And let me show you what I just found out that's gonna just piss you off. So this is found from SF Investigates, Steve Fisher. He's a private investigator on X/Twitter. I looked on his page looking for some updates because he had such great footage, and I could not believe what I saw. He says, I pulled Jake Haro's actual sentencing. This is from this case, a 10-week-old daughter that he abused. Okay? Listen to this. He says Jake only received a 180-day sentence, but he only served 1 day. 1 day for doing this to her. The judge gave him work release. He was able to go to work and sleep at home. He was only forced to report to jail for 1 day in order to process him. That's what you get in Riverside, California. And he says the blood of Emmanuel Haro is on the DA that agreed to this deal. As far as I'm concerned, this is outrageous. And this is the DA. He's been the DA since 2015, and his name is Michael Hestron. Okay? This is the DA who also was in charge of the Turpin Riverside House of Horrors. Remember these absolute weirdos? Yeah, that was also in Riverside. And the Turpin siblings, they filed a lawsuit at Riverside County Superior Court against the foster care system that placed them in homes that were having more abuse, all under this guy's leadership. Check this out. 0 actual days, 179 days to be served in the work release program. Be committed to the custody of the Riverside County Sheriff for 1 day for booking purposes only. We cannot allow this to keep happening. And this isn't just in Riverside, by the way. The system is broken. Truth and justice for baby Emmanuel. Right, Rocco?
Okay, guys, so the latest is that the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department did put out a Facebook post elaborating on kind of what's going on. So Jake and Rebecca Haro have both been arrested. Both were charged. It's PC 187, so Penal Code 187, which is schmurder with malicious intent. So essentially what that means is that there was forethought. So it was intentional. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't, it's not technically premeditated, right? So they don't have any evidence as of right now that they like planned it out and scoped it out. It just means that when it happened, it was intentional. So the intent in that moment, in the heat of the moment, was that. That's extremely sad. This is a 7-month-old baby that we're talking about. Let's not lose sight of the fact that he's a real human being with feelings, who can feel pain. I don't even want to imagine what that baby went through. It's actually, sorry, as a mother, I have to pull myself together because I could not imagine harming my children or anybody, allowing anybody to harm my children and then covering it up. Just it's the doing it and then turning around and coming up with some crazy story to cover it up for me. Like I just cannot. It's hard to wrap my brain around that as like a normal functioning human. But those are the charges that is confirmed by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. They are sitting in jail right now. Their stuff obviously is not public yet. It's only been a few hours, but they are currently incarcerated, and I would say likely to stay there. I don't see them getting out because they're both a flight risk. So I think that they're going to sit. As of right now, we haven't gotten word that they found a BODY. But there's enough evidence to assume that they're in the process of recovery of a deceased infant. They did search and are searching their home actively. CSI, forensics, they're all on the scene. This is a joint effort between San Bernardino and Riverside counties. And they have also searched and are searching the sister's home from what I'm aware of. Let's hope that they cooperate enough that they're able to recover little baby Emmanuel, and that he can hopefully be given the proper burial that he deserves.
Hey guys, so we do got some more news. Our guy on the theater, he is out by the dam. He's got news that the grandma was in on it, inside sources.
To the beautiful city of Paris, California, homie, on the theater. Reports came in that quite possibly investigators were here at the dam trying to look for little Emmanuel. People are putting AI pictures. They're using Google Images and saying things like they decapitated him. I just got off the phone right now with my source inside the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, who is a detective, and he told me, homie, that no body has been found. They hope that Rebecca confesses. Breaking news. The grandmother knows everything. Mary Van Housen has entered the chat. Tisk, tisk. Ahmed, and I talked to you, and now we know why you fake pretended I could do that too. The thing is, I really cried for this little boy. And so the detective told me that they are looking at Mary Van Housen because she knows a lot more. Today's episode has been brought to you by the letter M, Mary, and by the letter VH, Van Housen has entered the chat, and by the number 3, the third. 3 people are going down in this, homie. Jake Harrell, Rebecca Harrell, and Mary Van Housen. And I can't wait. Because, bro, I haven't even had breakfast yet, bro. It's, what, like 12:30? I haven't even had a bite to eat. I'm sorry. I know you're going to yell at me in my comments. And thank you, everybody. It's just that I can't see myself losing even 1 second of my day when I'm so invested in this case. and I just beside myself on the tira. And so thank you all for all your loving wishes, support. Some of you have been sending me money and Cash App, $ Food News Network. Zelle is ahmedbelloso55 at gmail.com. I was about to say on the tira, but I digress, homie. Thank you in advance for those of you who are inclined. I never asked, but my DMs are like fucking crazy flooded with people trying to help with medical bills, and you know, I'm not too proud to beg, homie, and I'm fainting on the floor. I think it's about that time, homie. GoFundMe has entered the chat for Ahmed Belloso. Spence on the tira, and gracias in advance. Mary Van Housen, today's letters have been brought to you by MVH. Booking number, please, on the tira. Ahmed Belloso, we have made it to the beautiful city of Paris, California, homie, on the tira. Reports came in that quite possibly investigators were here at the dam trying to look for little Emmanuel. People are putting AI pictures. They're using Google Images and saying things like they decapitated him. I just got off the phone right now with my source inside the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, who is a detective, and he told me, homie, that nobody has been found. They hope that Rebecca confesses. Breaking news. The grandmother knows everything. Mary Van Housen has entered the chat. Tisk, tisk. Ahmed, and I talked to you, and now we know why you fake pretended I could do that too. The thing is, I really cried for this little boy. And so the detective told me that they are looking at Mary Van Housen because she knows a lot more. Today's episode has been brought to you by the letter M, Mary, and by the letter VH, Van Housen has entered the chat, and by the number 3, the third. 3 people are going down in this, homie. Jake Harrell, Rebecca Harrell, and Mary Van Housen. And I can't wait. Because, bro, I haven't even had breakfast yet, bro. It's, what, like 12:30? I haven't even had a bite to eat. I'm sorry. I know you're going to yell at me in my comments. And thank you, everybody. It's just that I can't see myself losing even 1 second of my day when I'm so invested in this case. And I just beside myself on the tira. And so thank you all for all your loving wishes, support. Some of you have been sending me money and Cash App, $ Food News Network. Zelle is ahmedbelloso55 at gmail.com. I was about to say on the tira, but I digress, homie. Thank you in advance for those of you who are inclined. I never asked, but my DMs are like fucking crazy flooded with people trying to help with medical bills, and you know, I'm not too proud to beg, homie, and I'm fainting on the floor. I think it's about that time, homie. GoFundMe has entered the chat for Ahmed Belloso. Spence on the tira, and gracias in advance. Mary Van Housen, today's letters have been brought to you by MVH. Booking number, please, on the tira.
Breaking news in baby Emmanuel's case, it looks like the grandmother knows everything. Now they're waiting for the mom to go ahead and admit some things and get her to give them further details, but it looks like the grandmother knows everything. Those crocodile tears didn't fool nobody.
Now, didn't I tell y'all I felt like something was wrong with that grandma? I mean, the whole damn family at this point. Anyway, police investigators are basically saying what we already knew. Okay, the parents are well, if you want to call them parents, faked the kidnapping. They faked it. Like, it was just so many things. But here's my thing. I don't think that baby's in that house. I think they took that baby elsewhere. Where, I don't know. But I don't believe they're that stupid to leave that baby there. Maybe it's somewhere where the grandma lives. I don't know. But I don't think that baby is nowhere near that house. And I think the baby's been gone. You know, it's almost again like the story of Orrin and Orson, aka Sincere and Classic. They still haven't found their bodies. And here's my thing with these criminals who do this. You guys are so cruel and so heartless. Why don't you guys just say where the bodies are? You're already locked up. You're already arrested. You're done. You're cooked. Now, as far as Rebecca and her husband is concerned, they're semi-cooked. Of course, they have to go to trial and all that. Then they might take a guilty plea. They might not, regardless of whatever. So right now they're just charged. They're not convicted. But I mean, come on now. We all know. But they need to go through their due process, and that is a part of the law. They have to go through what they need to go through in order to be convicted. And I believe the state is going to have plenty of evidence, okay, to get their conviction on this case. So when the story came out and she was saying all that shit, we already knew the story it didn't even add up. It didn't even make sense. And then the video of her just falling randomly was crazy work too. I can almost bet, and we will do a live about this if you guys want. Just let me know in the comments. We can discuss what Rebecca is going to do during trial. I believe she going to lay it all on the husband. What y'all think? I personally believe she going to claim abuse, say he mentally abused her and controlled her, and she was so scared she just went along with the story. Or she just might be just a dumb, trifling tramp and just, you know, try to plead innocent. I don't know. But he already has charges on him. And then that's another conversation. Probation, working, and you have these charges on a child. This is my opinion. Anybody who got charges on a child that has been proven, no mercy. What are we talking about? So the state and the prosecutors are really going to have to do some damage control with this, because you will let a monster roam free to do the same thing to multiple children, not just one. Baby Emmanuel, unfortunately, is the only one who didn't survive this. But the other daughter who had broken ribs, the other daughter who's deaf and can't speak, these kids weren't born with disabilities in no shape or form. They gave them to them by... This is really stressful to talk about. It's really stressful to talk about. And again... They got to do better than this. They definitely got to do better than this. Cross their T's and dot their I's, because ain't no way. And I believe personally, a lot of people need a conversation. Like, why did the relatives feel like they needed to take the babies in? Because of the abuse. So why would you let it go on with the other kids? I still say what I say. I feel everybody is responsible who's aware of it. I'd be calling the police every day. I really would. Hey, I don't know if y'all stopped over there, but they be putting their hands on them kids. Go over there. I don't care if he's my brother, uncle, cousin, auntie, whoever. I will call every single day. What are you talking about? Obviously, there's proof. Like, come on now. I feel like, and then the grandma, I know she knows something, because in my personal opinion, she looked evil anyway. And she's sitting there trying to clean it up. Maybe check her and see where she driving to. She probably, you know what I'm saying? She probably got a couple of, you don't know what she got. You feel me? It came from somewhere. Anybody who allowed this to happen should be held accountable. It's happened for too long. The baby, one of the kids is 7. The other kid is 11 years old or whatever. Too long. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I'm out.
We in a no hyena zone. Anti-hyena. It's my